Hello, everybody. A warm welcome to everyone. My name is Prithvi Dikshit. I'm your host for today's session. So, to kick start things off, I'll begin with an invocation song that I'm thrilled to present to you. भगवन् त्वदीयचरणे श्रद्धानतानमा भगवन् त्वदीयचरणे श्रद्धानतानमामः श्रद्धानतानमामः सर्वस्य जगतः हृत्मालकात्वमेव सर्वस्य जगतः हृत्मालकात्वमेव लोकस्य महतः सम्पादक त्वमेव विधिनाशकेन एष भगवन्तमार्चयामः भगवन्तमार्चयामः भगवन्तदीयचरणे श्रद्धानतानमामः 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 श्रद्धानतानमामः. Thank you. So, we would like to welcome our beloved founder, Mr. G. Krishnamurthy, and also the co-founder and also vice president, Mrs. Rashmi Krishnamurthy, for this session. A warm welcome to you, sir and ma'am. So, we would like to introduce about VW, Vedic Wellness University. It is an institution that integrates various elements of wellness from across the globe. Wellness encompasses a broad ranges of aspects, including food, lifestyle, culture, and emotions. Our university also offers higher education programs ranging from diplomas to masters and doctorate degrees in the fields of yoga, wellness, arts and culture, and also Vedic science. So we operate three schools. There is School of Arts and Culture, School of Vedic Studies, School of Yoga and Wellness. So each of these schools promotes the teachings of classical music, classical dance, Bharatanatyam, and visual arts, emphasizing the concepts of unity through music, arts, and culture. So, we are thrilled to announce our partnership with one of the prestigious institutes dedicated to advancing visual arts and culture named Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad. So, our Vice President, Mrs. Rashmi Krishnamurthy, would like to add more details about this collaboration. Ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, we are very happy to announce our collaboration with Chitrakala Parishad and our esteemed guest, Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal and Dr. Gomati Gowda from Chitrakala Parishad is here. And we would be collaborating at research programs, at internship levels, and also we'll be having guest speakers from Chitrakala Parishad and also our specialized faculties for folk art and traditional art. So I'm very happy to have both of you, Dr. Chudamani and Dr. Gomati, today for our program, and they'll be explaining more about the glory of traditional and folk arts in India, and also the evolution of how it evolved. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing the detailed information about our collaboration with Chitrakala Parishad and also the detailed information about the course. And we are excited to share a VWU glimpse video here for you all.
Yeah, the elements of wellness from yoga, Vedic study, arts and culture. University offers higher education programs from associate degree, master's degree to to research program from the School of Yoga and Wellness, School of Arts and Culture, School of Vedic Studies. We provide platform to all aspiring artists, professionals, and educationalists in the wellness and culture segment globally. At Vedic Wellness University, we envision a fusion of ancient wisdom and modern technology. We are committed to nurturing the Guru Shishya Parampara, the time honored tradition of mentorship, while embracing technological advancement for a seamless learning experience. We have an excellent research team working with the research students, focusing on bringing various application models in the wellness plan. We have created an international platform and good social media presence and have reached more than 500,000 enthusiasts in these fields. We are pioneers in wellness education and aim to become one of the best in the world. Over the years, we have successfully launched more than 10 academic programs for all our three schools, and we have associated with many institutions globally. We have expanded our reach by establishing successful chapters in the Bay Area and Texas, and our pre-launch event at New Jersey. All our launch event witnessed overwhelming support, with attendees joining us to celebrate our vision of holistic wellness on a global scale. BW has conducted many programs globally. In our holistic education webinar, university invited many professionals from many educational institutions. Many senior educationists participated and discussed the merits of holistic education being part of the academic programs. Our annual school programs happen at a grand scale online globally. Yoga Swastha Utsava from School of Yoga and Wellness, Nadotsava and Nrityotsava from School of Arts and Culture, Sampada from School of Vedic Studies. It is a month-long event participated by various artists globally. In our Nadotkarsha and Nrityotkarsha, various forms of classical music and classical dance are conducted via lectures, discussions, seminars, and interactive sessions with artists and experts. We organized our felicitation event in Dharmasthala. We felicitated important individuals who have made contribution in socio-cultural and wellness sector. Dr. Hegde's 48 years of path-breaking contribution to social, economical, and cultural development of the society is what truly defines his service to the nation. He has pioneered his efforts in providing drugless therapies to major lifestyle disorders through many naturopathy hospitals. He was one of the first person to start Naturopathy College in India. Sri Subbu Kota. Mr. Kotaji, founder and chairman of Boston Group, is a serial entrepreneur with broad experience ranging from IT consulting to e-learning services. He has started 50 companies in his journey of 50 years in the United States. Sri Brahmarshi Patriji. Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Science Association, became enlightened in the year 1979, and since then he's been working to awaken and enlighten each and every individual. Sri Aryambat Janardhanan. Janardhanji is a well-known exponent of Kathakali, Bharatnatyam, associated with Kalakshetra institution. He essayed almost all the major lead roles in Kalakshetra during his uninterrupted 47 years of service at the Kalakshetra institution. Janardhanji was a student, a principal, a dancer, a faculty member at the Rukmini College of Fine Arts, and he retired as a professor when he was 62 years of age. The management committee members of Vedic Wellness University visited Dubai World Expo 2020, an event in which 192 countries participated and showcased their culture and values, their contribution and strengths as a global player. A great international event, one of a kind event which exhibits the potential of each country. We are very grateful to all our patrons and supporters. We appreciate your love and support given to us, with which we have reached new heights. We look forward for a more optimistic year ahead to reach new great heights and accomplish our new goals. Come be part of this. Let's revolutionize Vedic wellness education.
So that's the VW glimpse video. So today we are excited to announce the launch of our new diploma program in Indian traditional and folk arts. So, our vision is to elevate the awareness of folk arts and Indian traditions, and today's masterclass is a step towards that goal. So, here is a small glimpse of the course highlights for you to watch. So, today, we are honored to have a guest speakers, Dr. Anita, Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal, and also Dr. Gomati Gowda with us. So we have Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal as a guest speaker. So Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal is a distinguished art historian with degrees in sociology and history and archaeology. She earned her PhD from Mysore University under the guidance of Professor A.V. Narasimhamurthy. She has been honored with international and two national research fellowships, making her the first scholar to receive a UK visiting Nehru Fellowship at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, as well as being recognized with the UNESCO Silk Road Fellowship in Paris and the UNSW Senior International Fellowship in Sydney. Furthermore, she has received a national fellowship from ICHR for her research on Kalyana Chalukyan temples. Ma'am, a humble welcome to you, and it's our honor to have you for this session. Yes. So I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal. Thank you. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Thank you for that brief introduction. And good evening to all my colleagues at Vedic Wellness University and Chitrakala Parishad and the aspirants today who are looking at this folk art and tribal art, or what we call it as traditional art also. Like these art forms in India has developed in rural setup and then transformed today into urban areas and urban vicinities. So what are the root? Whenever we think of Indian art, we go into many sources and roots to find out their origin, evolution, development, climax, and decline. So when we look at folk art and traditional art, these two which we are concentrating here, because we would like to take up these two for further courses to be developed through Vedic Wellness University, collaborated with Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad, Bangalore. So we are happy to collaborate with this particular course which we are anticipating, which will have a good response, because today people are thinking that art has gone into various sectors, and art is a mirror of the culture of any country or any civilization. So also in India, Indian art is the mirror of Indian culture. So Indian culture, whenever we talk about, it is always manifested through various forms of art. Arts can be visual arts, it can be performing arts, it can be decorative arts, it can be literary arts, it can be contemporary development. With all this, various aspects of art manifested in today's lifestyle also. Many times people may think, what is the use of art? Is it really required? The great artists like Rorik, because why I'm saying Rorik today is we are having a great exhibition of Rorik 150 years remembering Rorik in Chitrakala Parishad. We have put up a beautiful exhibition, special exhibition on Rorik collection, what we have in Chitrakala Parishad. That is Nicholas Rorik and his Himalayan paintings. He, as an artist, as a philosopher, archaeologist, gemologist, with manifested and also spiritual leader, he feels that if art is not given importance, the human values are lost. And today, what is needed in the world is inculcating human values, which we are losing in various ways. Always there is a controversial thinking about science and art. Art depends on science also. Scientific movement and development, technology, techniques have been part of artistic development in every period of time. Many times we don't think from this perspective. So for art, science is very much needed. But science also should think in that way. Art is needed. Then only the scientific advancement today, what we are seeing, the whole world is engulfing. Whether without human values inculcating, what will happen with this scientific advancement? This is a question. So from where we get these human values? So something you try to do yourself with your own hands, with your own mind. Because mind, heart, and hand are connected in human body. Mind, heart, and hand is connected. So whether you operate on computer or whether you write on the notebook or you do a beautiful clay modeling, for all that we think about the process, we involve ourselves wholehearted and we use our hands for the purpose of creating. So what we are doing is we are creating. By creating such, whether it can be modeling or it can be a beautiful, uh, you know, art coming from the Madhubani or Mithila or from Karnataka like Chittara art or coming from Andhra Pradesh, the Kalamkari art. All these art forms, you have to put your hand, mind, and heart. When these three are coordinated, you are creating something related to human value. There lies the base for all this are the human values. You put your concentration, you start loving what you are doing, the colors, the shapes, and on its own, evolving into beautiful form. So when you create this, your mind, your heart, your hand, and your intellect will be satisfied. So this is what the folk art, because the art has its roots in folk art. Folk arts of India is a rich tradition. Even today, if you go to any state in India, you find the village, if you go to rural site, you find the roots of Indian art. So it can be even Viragase dance form, or it can be one beautiful Grama Devata, the rituals connected to Grama Devata. When you are doing some rituals, you need certain things to use. All those things come from the rural hands. The artist has created that and has offered in that, a shrine. If you go to Bhuta, acharane or the observation or celebration in coastal Karnataka. Now, this is the season during November, December up to March, April, there will be Bhuta Kola. So many people are involved. Even they will be staying in different parts of this world, but when their family conducts this Bhuta celebration, each one of them come from wherever they are and relate to their roots, to their rural place. So there the Bhuta Aradhana starts, where the continuously over whole night a person who comes from downtrodden society, he will be singing or chanting more than 1000 pages of the singing chants. He is not literate. It just comes to him in the form of oral tradition. So the oral tradition is so much connected with the Janapada, what we call it as Janapada or Janapada, that is folk, folklore, folk literature, folk art, and folk singing is very rich. Even today, any state you go, we are able to identify from Government of India, there are more than 50 varieties of Indian folk art. That is, I'm talking about the paintings, folk paintings. So in Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad also we encourage the folk paintings, and our researchers, like it may be Dr. Anita or Dr. Gomati Gowda or Dr. Soumya Manjunath, they are all our researchers who will be working to see that the folk art of our country is enriched. So that is how we work here, and we feel that even the people who want to learn art, let them start with folk art. That is, when you do the diploma in folk art or take a long-term course, not a crash course. Crash course has no meaning. You will not be able to understand or know the essence to your life. It doesn't help in crash course. So you have to take longer courses and see that you completely, entangle, and then your enlightenment starts with that particular form. So we feel that Vedic Wellness University and Chitrakala Parishad will definitely take you to that level of understanding the Indian folk art, not only just theoretical, but your hands will be working and understanding in the practical sense. This is one aspect I said. The other aspect is traditional paintings. In India, from folk art to a kind of transformation with the traditional paintings. So each and every region again, we have the traditional paintings. So like that, we say that Tanjore and Mysore, they are traditional paintings. They are not folk. They are known as traditional paintings. And they have great techniques. It's not creating one Ganesha in that, but it is a continuous journey. Only after working for 2 to 5 years, you start enjoying working on the traditional painting. Those forms, those colors, those techniques, and using the gold, various techniques are followed, and various gurus are there who have whole life they dedicated to practically work on these traditional paintings. And economically also, traditional paintings are so valuable. Even if you want to go by two, a traditional painting, if you want to buy from our Chitra Sante in Chitrakala Parishad, it will be not less than 50,000. That is why today traditional painting is picking up as it helps the economy. So art is not just for looking or learning, but it is also promoting the economy of the country. So in one way or the other, we will be contributing to the economic growth through art. So today in India, we have a concept of Viksit Bharat. So in 2077, India will be celebrating 100 years of independence. Maybe we may not be there, but our thoughts will continue, our legacy will continue, because all these art forms are passed from generation to generation. It doesn't stop with one generation. So it goes up to 2077, maybe in a better way, what we are seeing, because you people enter into this area, and by that time you will be the master artists in that field, and you will be contributing to Viksit Bharat vision of 2077. So I wish all those who are going to take up this field, that is folk art and traditional art, and our institute, Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad, our faculty will be always, support your courses with Vedic Wellness University, and see that we all look at and experience the folk art and traditional art of India, because it is not only, as I said, as creating something, it also leads us to think about the economy of our country. So it will be part of that. I thank Vedic Wellness University that always, whenever such things are promoted, they consult me and they take my opinion. And even while we were thinking about what kind of syllabus we will be taking up, and Rashmi Krishnamurti was in the campus of Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad several times, and we had concrete discussions. And then, it was very good for us to understand this area. The then it can be, once you develop in the form of diploma, you will be more towards handling practically. Then when you go to the courses like post graduation, then you start developing philosophical and theoretical thinking about it. And when you come to the research level, it can be art practice based research. So whatever you create, that will become part of your research development. So this can go up to the research level, starting from diploma today, but in course of time, you can reach the level of research also. So for all this, I think, Krishnamurti ji and Rashmi Krishnamurti are working so seriously, thinking that Indian art should survive, particularly the folk art and traditional art should survive and should have its own eminent place in the field of art. So I congratulate them today for introducing through the Vedic Wellness University this new program, that is Diploma in Folk Art and Tribal Art. So we are always with you, Rashmi ji and Krishnamurti ji, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting.
That's
Thank you,
wonderful.
madam, for your kind words. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your support always for VW and everyone. And thank you so much for all the wonderful insights. So many good insights we have got from you. Thank you so much, ma'am, and for sharing wisdom of knowledge on the course. So now I would like to hand over to Usha to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Gomati Gowda. Thank you so much.
Hello all. Today I take the opportunity to introduce Dr. Gomati Gowda. She is the principal of College of Fine Arts, Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad. So warm welcome, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Hi. So Dr. Gomati Gowda, she has done diploma in interior design from SISI Bangalore in 2006, and further she continued to pursue diploma in folklore from Kannada Sahitya Parishad in 2011, and then she has done her masters in fine arts art history from Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad in 2001, and then she has completed her PhD from Mysore University in 2014. And her work experience includes from research associate at Indian Heritage Trust Bangalore, and all the way up to being a principal of College of Fine Arts for Karnataka Chitrakala Parishad. And she has bagged many awards, and she is authored a book called Ahobilam, The Sacred Abode of Nava Narasimha, which is published by Universal Publishers, Chennai. And then Kondapalli Toys, The Toy Making Heritage of Andhra Pradesh, from IGNCA publication in 2023. And her ongoing and completed research projects include Jain Museum Philosophy, from Force Motors, and bridging indigenous knowledge with innovative practices, an exploratory study of food and toys and doll making traditions of Karnataka from ICSSR Vision Vikasit Bharat, and then the Kondapalli Toys, yeah. So the toy making heritage of Andhra Pradesh, and Rathas of Karnataka. And she has bagged many awards, like the Best Researcher Award, Woxen University, Hyderabad, Best Academician Award from IGI EMR, SSRN, Elsevier Award, Best Paper Award from Sri Pancham Khemraj Mahavidyalaya, Best Women Researcher Award from Andhra Pradesh, and she has given several special lectures on folk art traditions in South India, color in nationalist art in India, Lalita Kala Academy, top emerging trends in design industry, and Indian art and architecture in Bangalore. That's a wonderful journey, ma'am. We warmly welcome you to Vedic Wellness University's Masterclass, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that kind introduction, and thank you for giving me a platform to talk about folk art, which is my forte. So, can you share the screen?
Yes, ma'am. You can, ma'am. You want me to do it? Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. So, um, I would be talking about because most of the aspects Dr. Chudamani Nandgopal has covered. So, Gurubhyo Namaha. I would be starting my talk with an introduction to what folk art, because we keep talking about folk art, its survival, its sustenance, and people all over the world are doing many things for its survival. So, let's just understand what folk art is. So, considered to be predominantly functional or utilitarian, folk art is the creative expression of an entire community which has evolved over several centuries. Therefore, the folk art forms are intrinsically tied to the practitioners and their families who operate as the custodians of these artistic expressions. Like ma'am said, they're very deep rooted. In the broadest sense, folk art is the art of the people and differs from the professionally produced mainstream art that is considered as more elite, or in our terminology we call them as high art. Compared to high art, folk art is regarded as more accessible and thus remains as most popular form of artistic expression and connoisseurship. For us to understand what folk art is, we also have to understand its evolution, which has gone through several historical periods. Beginning with the Vedic period, the Vedic period marks a significant phase in the evolution of Indian art. Art during this period was primarily symbolic and ritualistic, reflecting the emphasis on rituals, sacrifices, and the worship of deities. It was closely linked to the religious practices and often depicted scenes from the Vedas and other sacred canons. Then, as time moved on, and we have the era of the Mauryan and the Gupta period, we often refer to as we have read our social studies, or when we talk about history, we know that the Mauryan and the Guptan empires are called as or termed as the golden age of Indian art. And during this period, artistic expressions started to bloom, with artisans creating magnificent sculptures, paintings, and architectural wonders. The patronage of rulers like Ashoka and the Gupta kings have played a crucial role in the development and the spread of folk art forms across the subcontinent. And during the medieval period, we see an emergence of several powerful dynasties in India, especially the Mughals. These dynasties were known for their patronage of the arts, leading to a proliferation of artistic styles and forms. Folk art during this period reflected on the cultural and the religious diversity of India, with artisans drawing inspiration from the Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, and the Islamic traditions. Then we move on to the colonial period, which brought significant changes to Indian society and art. With the arrival of the European colonizers, there was a decline in the traditional art forms as European styles and techniques started to influence Indian artists. However, this period also witnessed a revival of interest in Indian art and culture as artists sought to reclaim their heritage in the face of colonial oppression. Then, when we talk about the modern period, the period after India's independence in 1947, it marks by a resurgence of interest in Indian folk art. We see artists seeking to preserve and promoting traditional art forms by blending them with contemporary styles and techniques. So there was a lot of government initiatives and efforts from the non-governmental organizations which played a crucial role in revitalizing Indian folk art and also ensuring its survival into the modern era. Now, this is just a slide for all of us to understand the different folk art that comes from the throughout India. So I've just like we've got this particular slide from Google Culture, and it shows the different kind of paintings that are available throughout India. So just to understand and look into the different art forms, I will be exemplifying few art forms from North India and South India as well. And to start with, like ma'am was mentioning in her talk about Madhubani paintings, these are the Madhubani paintings. practiced in the Mithila region of Bihar state. And as you see, the themes revolve around Hindu gods and mythology, and also certain themes from royal court, and also the depiction of social events like weddings. Generally, when you see this particular painting, you can observe that there is no empty space that is left, which is the speciality of these paintings. And the artists see to it that the gaps that are there are all the time filled with the paintings of flowers, animals, birds, and even geometric designs. And these paintings are done on freshly plastered mud walls and floors of the huts. But now they are also done on canvas, cloth, and handmade paper. So, to talk more about it, these paintings are characterized by eye catching geometrical patterns, and there are paintings for each occasion and festivals, such as the birth, Holi, Kali Puja, and any seasonal festivals of that particular region. So, when we look at the origin of the Madhubani paintings, it is believed that it emerged during the period of Ramayana, when the king of Mithila told the people of his kingdom to paint the walls and floors of their houses uh, on the occasion of the marriage of Sita and Rama. And these, the artists, the Mithila artists are mostly women, and this skill of the Madhubani tradition has been passed down from generations to generation. And as you look into the paintings, there's a tremendous use of colors. Then we move on to another region of India, where the Patachitra paintings come from. So this Patachitra is a very general term for traditional cloth-based scroll painting, which is based in the eastern Indian state of Odisha. In the Sanskrit language, pata, which literally means cloth, or and chitra, which means picture. These paintings are again based on Hindu mythology and specifically inspired by Jagannath and the Vaishnava sect, and also sometimes from the Shakti and also the Shaiva cults. These paintings are done on small strips of cotton cloth. The canvas is prepared by coating the cloth, and it's a beautiful method that these folk artists use from the preparation of the canvas cloths. Nowadays, we are trying to use, because we try to get the canvas cloth from the camel and other industry. But then, when we talk about folk art, even the canvas or the cloth is prepared by the artists themselves. And the colors, when we talk about the colors were also prepared using natural ingredients. So that's the speciality and the wonderful aspect of folk art. So almost all the folk art, there's a lot of natural colors which are used by the artist. And the speciality again is that we don't see any pencil when the artist is trying to make his outline. The use of charcoal is extensively practiced while doing a patachitra. And there are many other variants of patachitra. The Thala patachitra is also a variant, just to cite an example, which is drawn from, on the palm leaf. So now I move on to the another form of painting known as the Kalighat paintings, which originated in the 19th century Bengal in the vicinity of the Kalighat Kali Temple, Kolkata. From the depiction of the Hindu gods, god, and other mythological characters, these paintings have developed to reflect a variety of themes. An important achievement of the Kalighat artists is that they made simple paintings and drawings which could easily be reproduced by lithography. Lithography is another genre of painting wherein you can take multiple prints. So, such prints were then hand colored. The charm of these paintings lies in the fact that they capture the essence of daily life and influence modern artists. And we have seen many artists who have been influenced by these Kalighat paintings. And to cite an example, we are influenced, most of the artists, most of the contemporary modern artists have been influenced by Jamini Roy, who again was influenced by the folk art of the Kalighat paintings. And one of the special feature in the Kalighat painting is the use of the watercolor. I move on to the next section of the Warli paintings, and the name of the paintings come from the people who have been carrying this tradition, which goes back to 2500 to 3000 BC. They are called as the Warlis, the indigenous people who occupy the Gujarat Maharashtra border. If you take a look at this painting, I think we have when somebody sees this painting for the first time, I think we try to attune ourselves looking into the characteristics of the prehistoric rock art. So that's the reason that these paintings, the tradition goes back to 3000 BC. And again, Gujarat and Maharashtra border, which again brings us reminiscence of the Ajanta art or the Bimbetka. And when you see this, it is a vivid expression of daily social events. The other paintings that we just scanned was something which was related to religious sacred, but then when it comes to Warli painting, it is more of a secular theme. And you can see that here there's a lot of use of geometrical figures, circles, triangles, and squares. So, and each and every geometric figure has a symbolic meaning. For example, here if you see, the circle represents the sun and the moon, the triangle derived also represents the mountains and the pointed trees, whereas the square indicates a sacred enclosure or a piece of land, very beautifully concocted by our ancestors. There's also the representation of the human and animal bodies, represented by two triangles joined at the tip. The upper triangle depicts the trunk, and the lower triangle, the pelvis. Their precarious equilibrium symbolizes the balance of the universe. The base is made with a mixture of mud, branches, cow dung that gives it a red ochre color. That means to again say that these artists are more oriented even today. When you go to these parts of the town, you see that most of the artists are trying to churn out paintings or create paintings using the natural ingredients. And these are wall paintings which are usually done for auspicious occasions like harvest and wedding. So when I started my talk, I have told that folk art is supposed to be utilitarian and functional. So when we look at all these paintings, we are trying to get the characteristics of them being very utilitarian. For example, the Wally paintings, which are especially made for auspicious occasions like harvest and wedding. And apart from this, not only the social themes are depicted and in the Wali paintings, we also have the representation of gods and goddesses. Now, I take you to the Nathdwara painting, also known as the Pichavi paintings, a tradition and school of artists who emerged in Nathdwara, a town in the Rajasthan district in the western state of Rajasthan in India. And these particular paintings have a different substyle of which makes them very popular. The word Pichawai derives from the Sanskrit word pitch, which means black, and vais meaning hanging. These paintings are cloth paintings hung behind the image of the Hindu god Srinathji. And now I take you all down South India, when we would be introducing you to the Kalamkari paintings. Kalamkari is a painting done by Kalam. Kalam again translated as pen. These paintings are the speciality of Andhra Pradesh, hand painted, as well as we've got the technique of block printing using vegetable dyes applied on cloth. Vegetable dyes are used for the kalamkari work. The pen is used, which is made of sharp pointed bamboo, which is used to regulate the flow of colors. So like we were discussing and looking at other paintings, we all are also very accustomed to the kind of textile design that comes out of kalamkari, and the kalamkari sarees which are famous worldwide. Even the same kind of block printing or the kind of iconography that is done on the paintings are carried out even on the textile, keeping the authenticity of the art. So, apart from a special place known as Sri Kalahasti is the center known for Kalamkari art, and also a place called as Pedana at Masulipatnam, where we see artisans producing a lot of kalamkari art. Then I take you to the scroll painting from Cheriyal, Telangana. This is a stylized version of Nakashi art, which is rich in local motifs, and these motifs are very particular to the Telangana state. These scrolls depict a continuous story, and it looks like there's a storyboard. Even if you look at the entire scroll, there's a narrative scene that is happening. So, this particular format of scroll painting originated in a small town called as Cheryal. So it almost depicts the entire story. An Indian mythology is taken by the artist, and the entirety of that narrative aspect is done on the scroll, especially the themes from the Puranas and the epics. And when you see these paintings, they're painted in vivid hues, mostly primary colors, with a predominantly red background. And these have the artists have unbridled imagination of the mythology and put forth in a very beautiful manner. And but when the artist is trying to depict the gods or the deities, he is well accustomed with the iconography. And though the iconography is strong here, you can also see that there's a strong local idiom that the artist from Telangana tries to endorse. And the most common themes are the Krishna Leela, the Ramayana, Mahabharata, and especially the themes from Markandeya Purana. And how can we leave our God's own country, Kerala, now? So this art form is known as the Kala Mezutu. It's a unique form of art which is found in Kerala. It looks very similar to the rangolis drawn in front of the rural houses. Not only the rural houses, in fact, nowadays people have started to put rangoli even in front of the contemporary or in front of their modern houses. So this is an essentially a ritualistic art practiced in temples and the sacred groves of Kerala, where the representation of the deities like Kali and Lord Ayappa are made on the floor. And this art is practiced using natural pigments and powders, usually in five colors. The drawing is done with bare hands without the use of tools. The figures drawn usually have an expression of anger and other emotions. When you look at it, when you look at the other paintings in the coming classes, probably you would really try to understand the emotions that the artist try to depict in the Kalamezatu. The figures drawn, okay, and apart from this, you can also see that there are a lot of lighted lamps. So this custom and this tradition is followed in Kerala, which is very beautiful, accompanied by the ritualistic songs with a number of instruments and sung in worship after the completion of the kala. So this is one of a beautiful art form from Kerala. As Dr. Chudamani was mentioning about the Chitara paintings, these are the folk craft practiced by the female members of the Devara community in the Sagar district of Karnataka. And again, the artists use a lot of natural ingredients, yellow seeds, rice paste, organic elements are used to create this. And their homes, when you go to Sagar district, you can see that their homes, their hamlets are covered with the chitara. These are called as the murals on the walls and the murals on the floors, again created for special occasions. And these paintings depict scenes from the daily lives of the tribal people. So you can expect a lot of animals and birds, flowers, and done for ritualistic purpose, done for occasions such as marriages. This particular art form is very famous in Karnataka. Then the kind of natural ingredients that the artist has prepares is something which is very very interesting. As ma'am was also mentioning about the traditional arts, she was mentioning about the Mysore and the Tanjore painting. So I would only be talking a little bit about the Mysore and the Tanjore painting because They are very interesting, and they are important form of the classical South Indian painting, which is originated in and around. I'm giving an introduction about the Mysore traditional painting. So, with the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire after the Battle of Talikota, these artists who were under the royal patronage, they migrate to various other places like Mysore, Tanjore, Surpur, etc. So, absorbing the local artistic tradition and customs, the erstwhile Vijayanagara school of painting gradually evolved into the many styles of painting in South India, which includes our Mysore and Tanjore school of paintings. And these paintings are known for their elegance. You can see that there's a lot of muted colors and attention to details, iconography, and mostly related to Hindu gods and goddesses and scenes from Hindu mythology. And there's a lot of hard work that goes into the preparation of such traditional arts. And you can see that there's a lot of gold foiling, the technique of gold foiling, which is something very special to the Tanjore artists. The leather puppetry. I would just would also talk about the leather puppetry probably in the upcoming classes. And of course, like we all know that folk instruments, again a part of the folk art form, predates all forms of music. And in India there's been a long history of folk songs in different languages. So I've just brought in few instruments so that we understand the technicalities as well as its characteristics. If you see this one, it's known as the algoza. And algoza is a pair of woodwind instruments resembling two flutes, one of which is used for melody and the other one for drone. So this is used in the Sindh Punjabi folk music, and they are also known as jori, donal, etc. Now, the second one is the chikara, a bowed string instrument similar to the sarangi, and mostly used in the folk music of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. Next is the dhak. It's a very big drum traditionally placed in festive occasions such as the Durga Puja in West Bengal. Unlike the Pakwaj or Mridangam, the dak never made an appearance outside festivities, even though it was as old as these instruments. Next is the dholak, which we are all aware of. It's a two-headed cylindrical drum used as a percussion instrument in folk songs and other traditions such as the bhajans. Then we have dotara, which is a plucked string instrument where the strings range from 2 to 5, and commonly heard in the folk music of eastern states of Assam. Madale. Madale is the percussion instrument. This is madale, resembling a double-sided barrel similar to a mridangam, and is made from the wood of the jackfruit tree. And madale, along with the chande, are the primary percussion instruments heard in Yakshagana, which is a traditional form of theatre from Karnataka. Parai. This is parai, which is a wind instrument which is used by the snake charmers. It consists of a small gourd, and the sound produced by blowing on the hole is produced by the reeds for each pipe inside the gourd. It is also referred to as murli shaped bansuri. And yeah, when we talk about the other formats of art, because there are so many forms of art, like ma'am was mentioning, all with the GI tags and all with waiting for its rejuvenation, waiting for people to do a lot of research. We should not be forgetting the wooden toy tradition of India, which starts from the Indus Valley civilization. So there are there are n number of traditions even from North India and in South India when it comes to the toy making tradition of India using light wood. So just to cite a few examples, I have the toys from Channapatna and Kondapalli, and and I think gifting these toys is a great idea rather than gifting mm, the plastic toys or the Barbie toys to the new age kids, so that you know the wooden toys are again non-hazardous and non-toxics, which makes it more viable for the kids to play with, and also it's very long lasting. So the wooden toy tradition has its roots from the Indus Valley civilization, and its methodology, the kind of coloring they use, the kind of the involvement that the male and the female artists to produce such wonderful toys is really amazing. So I would like to stop my presentation here, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Gomati ma'am, for the wonderful insights. And you have explained us right from the history and evolution of paintings and different types of paintings, folk arts, culture, and also for explaining us the different forms of folk instruments, along with the diagrams and also the pictures. And also, thank you so much for explaining the importance of wooden toys tradition and also the Indus Valley civilization. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, with that, we can see that our another guest speaker, Dr. Anita Hessi, has joined with us. So, a warm welcome to you, ma'am. So, to say about Anita Hessi, so Dr. Anita is an artist and also art researcher based in Bangalore, India, who expresses creating textures through the layered application of colors as the most fulfilling experience for her. Wow, what a quote! And coming to her education and career, she holds a BFA in painting and an MBA in painting and an MPhil in visual arts and also a PhD in visual arts. And her thesis titled A Study of Shaiva Narrative Tradition in the Mural Paintings of South India. And we would like to say that we are glad that she is also VW faculty. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. And with that note, I would like to hand over this to Dr. Anita. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Rashmi. Sorry, Prithvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now it's audible, no?
Yes, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Screen is visible, huh?
Your video is not visible, ma'am.
Screen is visible, ma'am. Screen is, you can see
Screen
the
is
screen.
visible, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, today now I'm talking about the traditional art, part of the traditional art of India, like mural paintings from South Indian temples of Shiva. South Indian mural painting has developed from the Ajanta, Badami, Pandya period and Pallavas, Cholas, Vijayanagara and Nayaka and Cheras of South Indian South Indian region. Here we see the visual description of gods and goddesses which are consistently appearing in the sacred illustration of illustrated manuscripts and illustration of mythological narration and also exhibit their visual and narrative elements. The form of supreme god is visualized by the artist as symbolic representation. For devotees, this is the religious practice and into multiple aspects of art in the various art forms. In the Tantra Agamas text, we find specific details about symbolical and iconographical definition of about mythological gods and goddesses, like Tantra Sara, Vishnu Dharmottara Purana, Chitrabhasa, Manasara, and Manasalasa, describes various aspects of and forms of Lord Shiva and Vishnu and other gods and goddesses, all of which are anthropomorphic and in character. Detailed characteristics like three eyes that signify sun, moon, fire, crescent moon, and crest, matted hair as crown, serpents as ornaments, tiger skin as garment, and battle axe, deer in the hands are described in these texts. These are the iconographical and the characteristics of the mural painting of South India. Here I am showing some part of the South Indian temple. Murals are depicted in the outer walls of the Mahadeva temple in Kerala, which is situated in Thrissur district. These are narrative of the visual narratives of the mythological stories. And the stories are selected and based on the Mahabharata and Ramayana. And some of them is from Shiva Purana also. This is the story of narration of Kiratarjuneya. Shiva and Arjuna are engaged in battle. This is the only one part of the whole picture, whole narration. It's one part is visible here. Walls of Shiva temple illustrated with mythological stories. Here it is. In second is the second part. Here we see the narration of Narasimha and manifestation of Lord Shiva as Mohini here, and Lord Shiva as Dakshinamurti here, and Nataraja here. We see these in visual narration. It is a larger slide. Shiva as Nataraja and Ganapati and Harihara. These are all outer walls of the temples of Mahadeva temples in Kerala. This part is Mohini. Shiva as depicted as Mohini and as Shiva as Dakshinamurti. These slide shows about the temple in Hampi, which is based related to Shiva, called as Virupaksha temple. Here it showing the Shiva as Tripurantaka, who destroyed 3 cities of Asuras in a single arrow. It's based on Shiva Purana is Shiva Purana. Here it is marriage of Shiva and Parvati illustrated in Virupaksha temple of Hampi, and here Shiva is depicted as a Kamadhana Murti in Virupaksha temple, and here Shiva with Parvati in the Virupaksha temple. Same slide. This slide shows about the temple in Lepakshi, Veerabhadraswara temple in Lepakshi, Andhra Pradesh. Here Shiva and Parvati playing chess, and here depicted as Shiva as Dakshinamurti. Here we are going. Here we are introducing the mural painting of South India temples, and we are going to, as a foundation for the diploma course, we are studying about the foundation of Indian traditional art, historical timeline, and art and aesthetics of the images and iconography of the traditional art paintings of South India. These subjects are discussed in a later period. Now just this is a part of the introduction to the South Indian temple murals. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so
Over
much
to
for
Pritish.
sharing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing all the information about different temples and also about Lord Shiva and Parvati. Thank you so much. So the session is open for question and answers now. So please feel free to ask questions by using the chat option here. Okay, so we have questions related to course. The course details, as I mentioned earlier, it will be shared to you individually post this session through mail. Yeah.
I think you can share the admission link. Yeah.
We have a short survey link as well, which will be shared to each and every participants through your mail. And I request each and every one to fill it at the earliest. And the exciting thing
Not
about
in
this,
the mail. They can send it now only in the chat. Google form feedback. So
Yeah,
whoever
yeah.
is interested in the admissions, we can actually ask the counselor, admission counselor, to get in touch with them.
yeah, sure, yes. So the
Usha, you can
exciting
share the feedback link
Sure, ma'am.
form.
I will do. Yeah.
Yeah, so the exciting news is, no, there is a special discount of 10% for all this masterclass attendees for this first semester enrollment. So we are looking for more enrollment for this course.
Yeah, yes, this shall be an online course. Somebody has asked.
Yes,
And
it's an online course. Yeah.
yeah, and further, we will be also doing master's programs, and all the internships will be done at Chitrakala Parishat, site.
The Google form link has been shared for the survey. I request all the attendees to fill out the form, and then we will surely get back. The admin team will get in touch with you and share the details.
Usha, do you have a brief about all the courses conducted by VW? There's another PPT. Do you have that?
No, ma'am.
Some of the actually students are asking about it. So I would like to briefly mention that Vedic Wellness University is having three schools: School of Yoga and Wellness, School of Vedic Studies, and School of Arts and Culture. And we conduct programs from certificate level, diploma, masters, to research programs. And our admission is open for next semester. That is, we are taking admissions in month of December and January. So whoever is interested, please contact us. And Usha will be providing the like Google form link also. Anybody interested in any of the courses, you can visit the website and identify the courses which you are interested in, and you can fill up the course name along with your details in the Google form and send it to us. One of our admission counselor will get back to you, and one-to-one counseling will be done, and the admission process will continue. And with regard to the diploma in folk art and traditional art, we are launching it for the first time, and we are very happy to be collaborated with Chitrakala Parishad, and we have eminent faculties which we'll be inviting, and the guest speakers from Chitrakala Parishad, as well as research guides. Also, you'll be doing our internship programs at the Chitrakala Parishad. So, whoever is interested can please contact us for this particular course, and we'll be able to fulfill all the admission requirements in a month's time.
Yeah, and Josna, it's a live class. Actually, we have the weekend classes. Um, in the interest of even the working professionals also, even if you're working, so we have classes on the weekends, so it is easy for everyone to attend.
And we have already shared the link in the chat section. Please open your chat box here. There is a option here, and the link is provided there. So please click on that link. And in case you are not able to fill this form, you can always email us at admissions@vedicwellnessuniversity.com. Admissions@vedicwellnessuniversity.com.
So any questions regarding this session? It is open for questions. Regarding the course details, we will get back to you individually.
There is any age limit somebody is
Age
asking.
limit, yeah, they're talking about the age limit.
There is no age limit. Anybody can join.
About and
Yeah, of course, when it's a diploma, it will be like after 10th only. Like we'll be taking admissions after 10th standard. We recommend you all to please spread the word. Since we are launching this course for the first time, we would recommend you all to please spread the word with your friends and relatives, whoever is interested in arts, to encourage us carry on this legacy of traditional arts and folk arts. We would like to really preserve our culture and see that we take it in a professional academic manner, and we create standards in this visual arts program.
So the duration of the course is 2 years. It's a diploma course. So 2 years, that is 4 semesters, 6 months per semester. And yeah, for working people, there are weekend classes. So for the convenience of everyone, we opt for weekend classes only. Yeah.
So some of them are asking weekend classes are available. Yes, we do conduct weekend classes, and after diploma we do have master's program also, and we'll encourage students to carry on their work up to research level. We do have research programs also in visual art.
Yes, this is an online program as of now.
So please do fill up the Google form and let us know your interest so that we can pursue with your applications and get in touch with you to complete the admission formalities. And as mentioned, we have very good resource people, and we have collaborated with very good institutions, visual art institution, Chitrakala Parishad. So
we are sending
so
you
there's
the
no
sending you the Google link again. If anyone has missed, please do fill the form and submit it.
somebody is asking regarding the job guidance. Yes, we will be providing you guidance on job also after you complete your diploma. And we would like you all to see that you pursue art as a profession. That is our goal and aim at the university. We create platform for all artists and wellness professionals.
So one person is asking, do we get to learn each art forms completely or just the outline of the arts?
See, just like how you specialize in particular art forms. That is, at diploma level you will be introduced, and in master's level you will be specializing this folk art and traditional art.
So there's one more query. One last thing, ma'am. We will learn all the art forms or whichever we want to pursue. So actually, our diploma is a complete combination of the traditional and the folk art. So we have a set of, we have semester wise we have divided all the types of different art forms.
Yeah, regarding the
And bundled
syllabus,
it.
let them get in touch with us. We will actually get one-on-one, and we'll fulfill whatever their needs are, like we can discuss that regarding the syllabus if you want to know like exactly what all is covered.
Our
Yeah.
admission team will get in touch with you regarding all these questions. They will address your questions regarding the course.
So how do you do assessment since it's an online course? Yes, we do have time to time assignments, and we do assessments with our online examinations. Yes, we do treat traditional art, that is Tanjore art. Yes. I think we can close the question answer session. Anyway, they have our email and also they have the Google form link so that they can send us their feedback and we'll get in touch with them.
Yes. All right. So now it's a time to thank each and every speakers. So we are truly grateful to have these esteemed speakers with us today. We are really glad that we have got so many good insights and wisdom of knowledge from each of our speakers today. And I thank you all for a remarkable session. I'm really grateful wholeheartedly to each one of you who participated in this masterclass. So we are looking forward for more enrollments for this course, and a short survey link again will be shared to each and every participants through mail as well post this session. And we request you to kindly submit it at the earliest so that our team will get in touch with you individually. And again, I'm repeating, all the master class attendees can avail a special discount of 10% for the first semester enrollment of the course. So wishing you all a wonderful and bright future ahead. Thank you. Take care.
And I especially thank Chitrakala Parishad for taking their time and coming over, like their esteemed director, like Dr. Chudamani Nandagopal and Dr. Gomati Gowda, for sparing their time and giving us valuable information about the folk art and traditional art. Indeed, we are very grateful to you all, and we are very much happy to be associated with Chitrakala Parishad and see that we create a platform and encourage academic standards and also professional, opportunities for all the artists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to say 2 minutes about the opportunities, ma'am? Like people are having a little interest in knowing opportunities in the visual art. I just want to give it to you for 2 minutes. Like if you can just explain on that.
See here we have. I can say that in Chitrakala Parishad we have visual arts as different course, and this folk art and traditional art. At the moment, we are not having full-fledged course, but if anybody is interested in research, we definitely encourage in the field of research. But training and other things are done in contemporary, like painting, sculpture, graphic art, applied art, animation, and all these subjects are taught in the course at the graduation and post graduation and research levels in Chitrakala Parishad College of Fine Arts, where Dr. Gomati is the principal. So this interest, what you have, sparked, saying that the folk art and traditional art. Definitely, we have the programs like certificate programs and diploma programs we have in Chitrakala Parishad, and we can also extend those things with your the Vedic Wellness University, also the aspirants who are going to take up this course. And coming to the point of the what is the benefit of that, as I in my lecture I even in the opening remarks I said human values. If at all you respect human values, you have to learn this art. Beyond that, it is left to you how do you make it economically viable. It is left to you. But initially itself, you cannot think that you can make big money by learning this art. First, you should give all your dedication to learn first in its proper sense, which we will be supporting. Once you learn that, then there are opportunities are open to you. Like as an artist, you can sell your works, do the exhibition, and take it to international market. It depends on how
Yeah,
you pursue.
we are there together to support y'all and create platforms
Yeah.
for doing exhibitions and selling
Yes.
art, and
Yes. Yes.
it is just a start point that we have made a small beginning, and
Yeah.
we would like to take this serious and really create a support system for all the artists, globally.
Yes. We support all those aspects, and definitely, it depends on how seriously you are taking the course, and then that course will definitely support you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you
you.
for your note on
Yeah.
this.
Thank you.
Thank you
Rashmi.
so much. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you. Can we close?
Yeah, Prithvi,
Yeah.
you can
Sign off.
end
Yeah.
the program. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks all the guest speakers. It was wonderful having you, ma'am. It's a pleasure. Yeah. I think we can wind up the session. No more questions also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.